This is not the player's fault. The Detroit Pistons have a very slow-in-the-head coaching staff. So Jaden Ivey away from the ball. We're never guarding above the three-point line away from the ball. We want to have our back turned so we're seeing ball and man and we're in the gaps. If the ball gets swung to Brunson, boom, we'll be ready to guard. Look at Jaden Ivey. Back to the sidelines. You're guarding 20 steps beyond the three-point line for no reason. Of course you're getting beat backdoor now. Just a slow-in-the-head coaching staff. Again, JB Bickerstaff is just mentally slow. That's just what he is. He's a very low IQ individual. This ball gets swung. So we're Malik Beasley. We're not guarding Jalen Brunson at half court. We're not doing it. We're getting back to the three-point line with our back to the baselines. We're seeing ball and man. We're ready to guard. Look at Malik Beasley. Look at this. You're guarding Jalen Brunson all the way out at half court. So guess what happens? Boom. You get beat backdoor again. Again, just mentally slow coaches. Let's just count the mistakes. Again, mentally slow coaching staff. Isaiah Stewart should be attached to Karl Towns with his arms extended as OG Anunoby comes off this down screen. You don't do that. But now we want to get about halfway, right? We want to be halfway between the ball and Karl Anthony Towns. Why is Isaiah Stewart? That is not halfway. You're standing on the block. Open three. Cade Cunningham needs to guard with some urgency here on this switch. So you're switching. Mikal Bridges sets a screen. We need to be aggressive in getting up and guarding Jalen Brunson. Does this look urgent to you? You stood right at the screener. Pull up three. The Pistons have numbers here defensively. Simone Fontecchio has no one to guard. So please yell, help side, so Ron Holland knows that you're going to need it, that I don't have to gamble. I can just show my hands, keep Jalen Brunson to the middle of the floor. Let's see what Ron Holland does. You got your hand on Jalen Brunson's back. Show your hands. Keep him coming into this help. But because you got your hand on his back, now it's just an easy spin off you for two, and now there's no help. Let's just count all the mistakes. So Jaden Ivey, you're late getting back to Mikal Bridges. So I got to communicate Isaiah Stewart. You take Mikal Bridges, I'll take Karl Anthony Towns. You get cross-matched in transition all the time. What you cannot do is not communicate. So now Isaiah Stewart has to stay with Mikal Bridges because you're going to be late getting back. So two end up going to Mikal Bridges. No one ends up taking Karl Anthony Towns as he trails the play. Isaiah Stewart's in the paint. But now on this pass gets swung. Simone Fontecchio, you got to rotate to the ball. Get your back to the baseline. So as Karl Towns comes this way, I'm stunting at the ball, recovering. Fontecchio doesn't even move. Again, this is just mentally slow coaching staff. You don't work on transition defense. Why is Simone Fontecchio in the middle of nowhere? Can we please get out and guard someone? Someone for the Knicks trailing the play? Why does Fontecchio feel comfortable just standing in the paint right here? What are you doing? On this switch, again, this is just what a mentally slow coaching staff looks like. Tim Hardaway Jr. is guarding the ball. The only place I can't get beat is baseline. My help is in the middle of the floor, where I have nothing but help. Keep Jalen Brunson to the middle of the floor. That's where your help is. Now, could anyone communicate, please? They're in help side in the middle of the floor. I guess not, because you just got beat baseline. I refuse to believe that the Pistons ever practice or look at film. Why is Malik Beasley staring at the ball here? You're not in help. You're not a part of... Can we see ball and man? Look at how long Malik Beasley's staring at the ball for. Where'd you think Jalen Brunson was going to go? How in the world does this happen? Well, when you have a mentally slow coaching staff, this is what happens. Tobias Harris, you need to get underneath the screener on the switch. 10 times out of 10, underneath the screener. You switch over the top, slip, two. This is not the player's fault. I feel so bad for Jalen Duren here. This is a mentally slow individual in JB Bickerstaff, and Luke Walton has even less brain cells than him. So right here, I got to help Jalen Duren out a little bit. Like, I want to ice this screen so that Jalen Duren can drop towards the ball, keep Brunson to the sidelines. Now there's backside help for Karl Towns when he pops. I need backside help. Like, you're running drop coverage here. Look at what you're asking Jalen Duren to do. There's no backside help. So Jalen Duren's got to drop to the ball, and then you're going to ask him to go from guarding the ball to coming all the way over here to guard Karl Towns with no backside help. He has no chance of guarding that. Mentally slow coaching staff. Look at JB Bickerstaff. Zero brain cells. Tim Hardaway Jr., why are you guarding above the three-point line away from the ball? Keep your back to the baseline. Keep Jalen Brunson in front of you. We're seeing ball. We're seeing man. You're guarding out past the three-point line. Now your back's to the sideline. So now you're going to get beat backdoor. That forces Jalen Duren to have to stop that. Whoops, now Towns is open. Tim Hardaway Jr. has all the help in the world right here. Cade Cunningham in the middle of the floor, Jaden Ivey. Could someone communicate this? What about Bickerstaff? What about Luke Walton? Someone say something so Tim Hardaway Jr. knows, okay, I'm not on an island. I can just show my hands, slide my feet. There's no place to go strong side, no place to go in the middle of the floor. Look at Tim Hardaway Jr. instantly coming out to gamble there, so now you're off balance, and you get hit with a step back three before any help can get there. Why am I not hedging a screen? Look at this. First of all, the screen's at half court, so I could just jam the screener and go under. But if I'm not doing that, then I'm hedging. Jalen Brunson, the half court line's right here. The second he picks his dribble up, Jalen Duren can recover, which is going to be instantly. By the way, where's Karl Towns rolling to? Cade Cunningham standing and waiting. Nope, let's run our stupid idiot drop coverage. So Jalen Brunson gets to keep his dribble alive. What do you want Cade Cunningham to do? Does he stay with Karl Towns and give up a cut? Or does he stay with Josh Hart and leave Karl Towns wide open? It's just a mentally slow coaching staff. Just a mentally slow coaching staff. J.B. Bickerstaff, 0 brain cells. Luke Walton, even less than that. This ball gets swung. Jaden Ivey should be immediately underneath the three-point line with his back to the baseline so Jalen Brunson's in front of him. You're guarding Jalen Brunson out beyond half court. Your back's to the sideline. Obvious backdoor cut. It's just coaching. It's all it is. It's just coaching. So this ball gets swung to Karl Towns. You need to rotate to the ball if you're Malik Beasley. Ball gets swung, stop. I'm immediately rotating. I'm not guarding above the three-point line. My back's to the baseline, so when Karl Towns comes this way, my feet are set. I just stunt. I just recover, get the dribble picked up. Look at Malik Beasley. Doesn't even move. So now Tobias Harris has to help in the paint, and you're not recovering from this. Mentally slow coaching. What is Cade Cunningham doing in transition here? You're not guarding the ball. Isaiah Stewart's got the ball. We got to be able to take someone trailing the play. We cannot just end up in the middle of nowhere like you just ended up. So the Pistons are in their vomit drop coverage, but Ron Holland, you are guarding Miles McBride here. So when this pass gets swung, you're still guarding Miles McBride. So what is Ron Holland doing, thinking it's okay to stand on the block as his man goes to the three-point line? What is he do? So now you're off balance, pump fake, go, triple. You cannot be switching flare screens in the middle of the play. You go into a game, and it's guard to guard. Every time Cade Cunningham and Ron Holland are a part of a screen, any screen, we are switching. Because you're trying to communicate a switch now in the middle of this flare screen. Ron Holland's communicating this switch now. Well, Cade Cunningham's not ready to switch, and again beat backdoor.